I'm Ketreena, and this is
Ashley Johnson.
We just want to talk to you for a little bit, and we just thought we'll make this video. And before going into it, we want to introduce ourselves to you guys and a little bit about us. I just graduated my MBA, and
Killing it.
Yeah, and I love singing, dancing, acting. I love Jesus, and yeah, so that's a little bit about me. And
and my name is Ashley Johnson. I grew up here in America, and I work with the college ministry as well as I do my master's in school counseling, so working on that. But yeah, I love to sing. I love to dance. So we actually have a lot in common because we both love to sing, love to dance.
we do.
Very much so. So yeah, I love doing that. I love helping people understand more about the Lord and more about themselves.
Yeah, actually, why don't we just tell them about us two? How do we both meet?
Well, so we met. Well, we actually have a discrepancy about
I know,
when we actually met. But I think I met her at this one dance event, but she thinks she met me at a talents event.
Yeah, so we're always debating on that. It's like,
Yes.
I guess what happened is you saw me first, but I didn't see you then, but we met at a formal event, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, she ignored me the first time, but no, I'm just kidding.
That's a lot. But, I just wanted to ask you that because I feel like we just come from two different places, two different
We do.
worlds.
That's really true.
And I think our friendship has grown from the years, and we're best friends now. Alright, so, let's get into it. Today we're wanting to talk about something called pressure points. I think it's just a fancy name that we put, but it's basically, the times that we feel pressured. What causes us the most pressure? I feel like this definitely more is for our age group people. There are times when even our body gives us signs that we're taking too much stress.
So with pressure points, a lot of times we can feel from our culture, from our background, or from even just ourselves, we can be put under different types of pressure.
So yeah, why don't you start with the first thing that we thought of?
Yeah. So yeah, kind of the first one is not being able to say no.
That's a big
problem, and it is really difficult because you want to be there for people.
Yeah.
If they call you up in the middle of the night, you want to run out and save the day and please the people.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody can relate to that too. Like I struggle with saying no. I say yes to too many things, and I can't do them all. And I'm frustrated, and I'm making also other people frustrated. So it's just like, and that causes pressure because you put so much on yourself.
So like, what do you feel like is the root of not being able to say no?
Yeah, I think it could be, honestly, people pleasing is such a big thing. So I think people pleasing. I mean, also like you want everybody to like you. I think that's the biggest struggle that everybody struggles with. Right. You want everybody to like you, but honestly, like, we're different. So like some people will like you, some people won't.
Yeah.
So you don't have to please everybody. But I think there could be different reasons for it.
So Proverbs 29:25 says, "The fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe." And so I have really seen that in my own heart, in my own life, that a lot of times when I'm trying to please other people, I can put myself under so much pressure rather than realizing, you know what? Do I have the resources? Do I have the ability to do this? Or am I just trying to do this just to make myself look good or to please them? I don't want to please man. Now, sometimes when I please God, it will please man. I'll be able to serve people. I'll be able to love on people, and that's such a beautiful thing.
Think about, before committing, think about the resources that you have. Think about your resources. Think about your time. Think about your capacity. Think about your health. How much can you do and still be healthy, and and then you commit.
Yeah.
And besides, Bible also says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. And the second point, it's a big thing. Again, I think we're hitting all the big points. Is comparing, guys. Like, comparing is a a big thing. Like, I feel like most of our life, what we're doing is just comparing ourselves to other people. Like, be it in on social media. Social media is so big. What do you think about it?
Oh yeah, I mean comparison is the root of all kinds of really just the root of all types of insecurity.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, I think that, you know, it's so crazy because even like I'll talk to some female students and you know that are beautiful, gorgeous girls, but they don't think they are beautiful and they wish they could look like somebody else. And so I think that one thing is what I wish that we could do is really see how God has uniquely and beautifully made each one of us. And so as we celebrate who God has created us to be and we're secure in that, then we're able to celebrate other people's differences and really celebrate cultural differences either too. And I think that that's something we talk about a lot is even cultural differences and how one's not necessarily better or worse, they're just different. And that's how we should even see comparison.
Comparison causes a lot of pressure because it can be a route for you to be envious of somebody. And Bible even says that because of envy, you actually go chase the things that you don't even want. So comparison, I feel like, causes you pressure because you are comparing yourself to all these standards that you're looking around to on social media, and so I honestly myself felt that pressure, like when I see stuff on social media. Oh my gosh, they're like doing great, they're so pretty, or like they're going on these holidays and stuff like that, and compare my life to them, and that like causes pressure. It causes pressure in your mind. You stressed about it, and that also, like I said, it leads to envying somebody, which I think gives us motives to just chase the wind.
The third pressure point is perfectionism. And I think that a lot of times we try to be perfect at things by putting crazy standards on ourselves. This could be in our jobs, this could be in our homework, this could be in our love lives, whatever it might be, but we feel like I have to be perfect at this. And so we put crazy amounts of stress. But I think that, you know, what would you say? Would you have any other things to add with perfectionism?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that is true. I feel like everybody, there are definitely a group of people are, you know, more perfectionists who wants to do everything perfectly, which I am. I'm a perfectionist.
Me too.
I'm always wanting to do things perfectly and just 100%. And I think some of that is good. Like, you want to do a good job, whatever you take. I mean, God says whatever you take, you know, whatever you do with all your heart. But I would say we can take it to extreme sometimes, and just concentrate and like even worry. I think we're talking here about the pressure, the worry that we unnecessarily go through, which we don't have to. You can't do all. Like we just spoke about saying yes to too many things. I think perfectionism is a stand that we put on ourselves, but honestly, we're trying to get value out of it. We're trying to like determine our worth as to how perfectly we do things and how many things we accomplish and stuff like that. We need to give ourselves grace. That is the main point. Do things 100%, but know that God has already done the work. We are the righteousness of God, and we have to strive to honor the Lord, and we have to do things right. But give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, and growth is important. We don't want to be complacent. We don't want to be where we are, but we want to grow. But give yourself grace. Try it. If you fail, that's fine. You'll learn a lesson, and then you can combine that learned lesson and try it again. So it's good.
Yeah, I think grace is such a good point here. So Galatians 5:1 says, "For freedom Christ has set you free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to yoke of slavery." So I do think that is just such an important verse to remember when we are struggling with perfectionism.
Yeah, that's great. And awesome. And the last thing, I think we know, the last thing everybody, I feel like, will relate to it. It's like laziness. I know we're lazy. Sometimes we just rush things, and especially in this generation, I feel like we're super lazy and passive. I guess it just comes to us naturally. And laziness oftentimes causes you pressure because you keep things, you know, you keep putting off things, and you want to do it. You want to rush everything, and that will definitely cause you pressure. So don't be lazy. Don't rush out of the house. Think through stuff that you have to do. Plan them so that you're not rushing things, and that it's not causing you pressure. You forgot something and stuff like that, and that'll cause you pressure, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think with that, it is kind of thinking through, like, what is your margin you're
She's
giving
really
yourself?
good at that. She's really good. She's very organized. I am always rushing out of the house, and she's like,
No, I
Ketreena,
rush too.
please be ready on time. But I've been learning this new thing. I think just planning gives you so much of freedom.
Yeah, give yourself a margin. You know, like, give yourself, if I need to get there in 15 minutes, give yourself 20, 30 minutes, and just make sure you have that time.
Yeah.
So I think the more we plan, the more we prepare, the more efficient we'll get